Good morning. This is Christy from the Be the Light YouTube channel. I thank you so much for stopping by. I send you love today, tomorrow, and continuously. Today is March 22nd, and I posted on my social media page that March the 20th was a day of great receiving for a lot of people, really for the majority of everyone. Regardless of where we are in our journey, we are always at a receiving stage. But if we are turned off to receiving or not in the receiving receptors, we miss the blessings that are coming in. But thankfully, with my connection with God, source, spirit, whatever you resonate with, I was given a heads up that that day was the beginning of a process that is very, very important to me, which is why I have been a little quiet on my end. I haven't made up-to-date videos. The videos that I have posted have been previously recorded, and I have been a little quiet on my social media pages as well as a result. And I wish that I could really talk to you about it all, but it is so fresh and it is so meaningful to me that I am reflecting, if you will, I guess. I am really trying to live within my blessing instead of being so caught up in sharing what is taking place. A lot of it still is being integrated. But my experience was a very beautiful experience, and it's something that I will never forget. This is the turning point for my life, and again, so I really want to explain it all to you, but because of its freshness, I don't think I have actually, it hasn't really sunk in how really that it is taking place, I guess. It might be right now because I'm getting ready to start crying about it, but you know how sometimes things take place in our life and we see it, we realize it, and then you're like, wow, I can't believe this is happening, or I don't know, I've never had this type of a gift or a situation like this where this is mine. But now my emotions and my life has to catch up to what I am going through, what has been given to me. I can tell you that the night of the 19th and 20th, it's really the 20th, it was in the middle of the night, and then the next evening as well. For those 2 nights, I didn't sleep at all, really, probably a couple hours, and I was just continuously receiving parts about what I was experiencing, and receiving so much love from God, from the universe, from the earth. And Before I continue on, though, no, I'll make a separate video about that. But yes, I was just receiving, continuously receiving. And this has been the very first time in forever, maybe, of my awakening process that it was more blissful. Nothing has really harmed me whenever I grew at night. Well, I mean, but it can be uncomfortable when we are growing spiritually. And when energy is coming in, whether in information or purging, there's a lot of side effects to it. The hot flashes, the physical pain can be there, especially if you are resisting it and don't understand it. You will experience more pain instead of more comfort. The most uncomfortable parts of it all is, for myself, especially in the last year, has been the heat, the constant waking up to intense heat, and then the lack of sleep. I can say that now because of where I am in my journey, and I'm sure back then I would have said a different thing, possibly, the physical pain, because maybe back then that was more intense. But from where I am in my journey now, I look back and I have really loved all of my journey. And I have really been grateful about most of my growing has taken place at night. It has been disruptive, very, very disruptive as a result, because I lack sleep. But it gives me that time to really be present in all of those moments, to not be disruptive throughout my day. If it was taking place more so during the day, I wouldn't have the time to be still and to absorb and to see firsthand what's taking place. But God has given me that gift of still growing throughout the day and feeling certain sensations throughout the day, but yet allowing me to have my life and my human existence, but then gives me my blessing at night to remember it. That's why I love it so much, because now I can remember most of it. So I really don't have much to talk about as a result of. So I'm sorry, I received a text message. So, but I don't really have anything to give as a part of your journey, except to really live within your own. Last night, I know I was still receiving something, but I didn't physically feel the growing part of it in my physical form. Nor was I receiving any messages last night. But I was still awoken about in the middle of the night, and I had maybe 4 hours of sleep last night. But I know something is still taking place, because we never stop growing. We never stop transforming. And because of being awoken, I know something was taking place. But I also know that there's a time and a period of rest that God gives to us. And it's stated in the Bible that He gives us rest for a reason. But for you to actually understand why your given rest as a gift. It's up to you to understand it. And I see why he gives me rest. Because growing spiritually, especially, is very, very hard. It takes a lot from your mind. It takes a lot out of your physical form. And it takes a lot out of your life. And I am also grateful for the rest, but I get a little sad. You know, I woke up and I was a little sad because I didn't have the beautiful things that were taking place, especially the night before. I wanted to continuously feel that. But you know, I need to always change, you know, and I'm not saying that I was sad in the form of depression and things like that. Just, you know, I was hoping, you know, to continue feeling that complete bliss in peace that I was feeling in the previous night. But, and I know I will, but because of the length, it seemed like it was only one day or 2 nights in a row that I had that growing of going through what I'm going through. But yet it's felt like I went through it and experienced it for a month, a year, because of it's hard to explain it. I don't know if you'll understand it, but it's because I was living in that moment for so long. It felt so lengthy because I was really in it and I was really feeling it and I was really loving it and enjoying it. And I really just didn't want it to end. I will go without sleep. It was so beautiful that I could go without sleep for the rest of my life because of my beautiful experience and blessing. But because God is so gracious to us and He wants the best for us, He does give us a time of rest. So whatever I was receiving for 2 days in a row, my body now needs to have time to integrate it and utilize it and bring it into everything that I am and who I will become. So there might be even more days here where I don't have anything to give to you. And I'm always going to do my best in sharing my heart. If I don't have a message, if I don't have the guidance that He has given me to give you a message, then I will do my best to just give you pieces of my heart to help you a little further on your journey. I'm really excited to where this is going to lead me. Like I said, I really wish that I could share all of this right now, but there's just a lot that I don't understand fully. But I do understand, but I don't understand. And there's a time of being truly grateful for your blessing to, you know, not speak about it until everything is really said and done. And your heart will tell you when it's the exact moment of speaking about it. But this is something that I have had an idea of from early on in my awakening process, that that's going to happen to me. Because along our journey, there will always be breadcrumbs. There will always be signs, synchronicities that match where you are and then where you are going. If you are watching my videos, this is a sign that you are either experiencing something that I am, or that you will. Something within all of my videos, or someone's post, or a sign out in the universe, whatever it is, wherever you are going and you are picking up on it, it's either going to take place now or somewhere down the line. It's like a health journey too. You see commercials, you see your friends getting fit, you see all kinds of things taking place. And if you are not ready to get fit now, you will be sometime down the road. And you might dedicate your time in your life to being physically fit and healthy. And so it's the same thing with a spiritual journey. If you're not ready for it now, and your body and your mind and your heart will tell you, then in time you will get there. So I knew that this is where what was going to take place. I didn't know how long it was going to take me to get there, because it is a process. And my heart knew that this process that I have been experiencing was true. I was a little afraid of it in the very beginning because of not understanding it. And that's why we have to go through certain things in life in order to really understand it. And even if I speak about it to you one day, about this process, and show it to you and explain it, and ask you to live within this idea, you might say, yeah, that makes sense to me, and I think it's true. But you'll never really know its value, its importance, or its truth until you are living it. So that's where I'm at, and I just wanted to come on and speak about it a little bit. I'm about to make a separate video again about one message that God gave me throughout my process that I think everybody needs to hear during this time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll say my goodbyes now and begin my next video. This is Christy. Much love, health, and healing your way. I am bringing purpose to your life. Take care.